A significant event in the decade between 1975 to 1984 was the establishment of manufacturing as a key engine of growth and the introduction of computer-related industries. Manufacturing now accounts for about a third of the country's annual gross domestic product.
Mr. Singh, you have built your illustrious career in the manufacturing sector. Could you describe to us what the economy of Singapore was like in the 70s and 80s? What was the manufacturing landscape like then?
Well, Singapore started its industrialization in 1960, and at that time the main objective was to create jobs for Singaporeans who were mainly jobless. And at that time we started with labor-intensive industries just to get started. And the workforce did not need to be so skillful to do those jobs, but it did create jobs for us. Then in the 1970s, we managed to attract many big multinational companies into Singapore because our workforce became very skilled. And so the companies that came to Singapore were interested in the skilled workforce, and so we could do manufacturing quite efficiently. Manufacturing made a whole difference for Singapore. If not for manufacturing, we would not have created jobs for our people. With that, they progressed in life, they could improve the standard of living, could afford many things, and also could afford to send all their children for very good education, and that therefore society just continued to improve thanks to manufacturing. As you mentioned, 33% of the economy is still driven by manufacturing, and so it's actually a very significant part of Singaporeans in the sense that it impacts their life by giving them good jobs. Okay, computer-related and electronics industries are what we call very high value-added industries. If we had not gone into this and we had continued to do the old type of industries, like for example textiles and some of the more traditional cottage industries, over time we will not be competitive. So the way to remain competitive is to have a good infrastructure, very good productivity, but also focus on value-added type of industries. And so therefore what we did in Singapore was to move up the value chain in these industries faster. And so therefore today you see Singapore, we are doing things like animation, computer graphics. These are require very skilled people, and because of our education system in Singapore, we are able to do very well compared to many other countries. We are a very small population, and so it's very difficult to compete based on a small population because they can provide more. So it's very important that we focus on research, on continuing to make sure that all our education system prepares every Singaporean to be able to participate in this innovation-based economy that's going to come our way. And the way that we can succeed in the future is that we want to show them that our people, are as good as those that in any part of the Western world. And the only way to do that is continue to focus on very high standard of education in Singapore.